Hello viewers, I'm Jane, the Ultimate Filipina. Today's episode is an entertainment episode about an overseas Filipina and foreigner relationship that turned into a family love triangle in the Philippines. All my entertainment segments have some reality involved, but you decide fact from fiction. The names used are fictitious to protect the interest of the parties involved in this story. My story starts in Dubai, where an abundance of Filipina and foreigners work. They see a Filipina receptionist at the local fitness center in Dubai meet Christopher, a foreigner working in Dubai, as an acquisitions negotiator. They started dating, and after a year, they both decided to move to the Philippines once their contracts were completed and get married. Christopher, who was 60 years old, had been in Dubai for over 13 years and had saved a substantial amount of money and invested well. Daisy, who was having a house built on family land in the Philippines, was sending all her salary home for the building of the house. They both decided to marry, and Christopher would pay for the building of the house and double the size so that her married sister and parents all could live in the house together. Christopher hired a recommended Filipino engineer to redesign the house to a 5-bedroom house with 3 floors. These sisters was married to a Filipino who worked in Kuwait as a laborer. He and her family agreed to the redesign, and everyone living in the same house. Since land had become expensive in the area, and building 3 floors would accommodate everyone. Daisy had 1 more year on her contract when the house was finished. Christopher's contract had ended, so he headed directly to the Philippines to prepare, furnish, and decorate the house for Daisy and meet the family. Daisy Moms, who was single, was 60 years old, but looked much younger. Daisy was 28 and her sister was 30. Her sister's husband had 2 more years on his contract. To make a long story short, Christopher moved to the new house in the Philippines, furnished it, and allowed the families to move in. Daisy's sisters didn't have any kids and was stunningly beautiful. The mom had aged well and was still quite attractive. Christopher was alone in the house with the mom one day, and one thing led to another, and they ended up making love several times before the daughter returned. The mom excited Christopher because they were the same age and she still had all her tools and sex reaction and capabilities. They knew they couldn't afford to get caught because it would break up the family and keep it secure and a secret. Christopher, while alone one day in the house with his girlfriend's married sisters, ended up having sex with her as well. So now, basically, he was having sex with the entire family. When it was time for Daisy to return from Dubai, because her contract was finished, Christopher privately and separately met with the mom and daughter and said they could keep the house, and he and Daisy will build a new house in another region in the Philippines, far away from them to save the family honor, and so that Daisy would never learn of the relationships. To his surprise, the mom didn't want to give up his sex because at 60 years old, he is the only stick she will get. Her married daughter basically told Christopher her husband is 4 inches long and she cannot give up his 8 inches and be happy with his 4 inches. He can't just break her wide open and just run away. They both basically told him if he moved away, they would reveal the relationship to the daughter. The daughter finally returned, and Christopher had to manage screwing 3 family members secretly, and it was never discovered. The husband finally returned from overseas, and the entire family is living in the new house. So basically, Christopher is screwing the sister, his girlfriend, and soon-to-be wife, the husband. So basically, Christopher is screwing the sister, his girlfriend, and soon-to-be wife, the husband's wife, and the mom. To this date, as far as I know, Christopher, believe it or not, is still managing his heavy workload. He did admit to a friend that girl's 60 years old mom had the best and greatest sex, and he was living on pins and needles. He is dumb no matter what the outcome, and had no exit plan. Christopher's biggest mistake was not dating an ultimate Filipina in Dubai and marrying here. An ultimate Filipina and her family members are ethical, family-oriented, and religious. The event or triangle of love has zero chance of happening. I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina, wishing you an ultimate day, an ultimate life in the Philippines. Take care. Bye.